Hey guys, how's it going? So today is the fifth day of Litmas, and today we are supposed to give our favorite haiku. So I've been a fan of haiku for a long time. Back when I didn't like reading poetry, I liked haiku because it was so short. But I still love haiku, even though I now love longer poetry. And so for this, I have to make a distinction between my favorite haiku writer and my favorite, single haiku. Um, because my favorite writer of haiku is Kobayashi Isa, who lived in the 1700s and 1800s. Um, and the reason I love him is because I feel like his haiku explore so many existential themes. Like, I know existentialism wasn't a thing back then, but it seems like a lot of them were very existential. Talking about the idea of transience in the world and the roughness of the world, yet also its beauty. And so I love Kobayashi Isa's overall oeuvre. But even though I haven't read his entire oeuvre, I've read whatever of his poems were included in the Penguin Book of Japanese Verse and the Penguin Book of Zen Poetry. But I've loved every single one. But my favorite haiku is by Matsui Bashu, who lived in the 1600s, and like he has a lot more nature poems, and in a way he explores a lot of the same themes as Kobayashi Isa, but a bit less directly, I think. He tends to talk about them through the lens of specific natural phenomena. Kobayashi Isa does a lot of that too, but I don't know. I feel like the themes are a bit more apparent in Isa's work, while still maintaining poetic beauty. And but this haiku stuck with me from when the very first time I read it. After I read Kobayashi Isa for the first time, I remembered, okay, I like that poet. I like that. But the first time I read this poem by Matsui Bashu, I was like, I like this poem. And it was the first one that came to mind when I started to try to figure out what I was going to say for this litmus. I considered doing one by Isa, but I couldn't pick between all the poems by Isa that I love. But this one actually I remembered distinctly. Isa's haiku I didn't necessarily all remember distinctly. So anyway, this is it doesn't have a title, so I'm just gonna read this my favorite haiku. Soon it will die, yet no trace of this in the cicadas' screech. So yeah, I just feel like there's a lot jam-packed in those three lines. I mean, it comments on... I feel like, the cicadas are made to seem almost maybe a bit more carefree than humans are, because they're not aware of their own deaths, which they wouldn't be, because, so I've been told many times, humans are the only animal that are aware of their deaths, and that causes a lot of our anxieties and our sorrows, and I think it's why humans are so deeply flawed creatures. But cicadas can go about their lives not really worrying about it. And while that's almost naive, it is kind of beautiful. And I don't know. Maybe if humans weren't aware of their own deaths, they would be better at being people. I honestly don't know, but just the... And also it comments on transience, um, just everything is passing away every year, and that's a very common theme throughout a lot of haiku. But yeah, anyway, so that is my favorite haiku. So tomorrow is day 6, and we are giving our story with literature, which is going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.